fun senior day. Thought we played terrific. We've gotten off. This team has done a good job of getting off to good starts, and our passing and shooting was elite again at the beginning of the game, and we made a bunch of shots and built a good lead, but then did another nice job of holding it, and that's not easy to do in college basketball. You play a team like Notre Dame who's got so much three-point firepower that you make a couple mistakes, give up a transition basket or two, and then they hit a couple threes and it flips on you. But I thought our guys really did a nice job defensively and fought, and we just executed very well in an offensive game. So big win, great regular season for our team. Can't state that enough. Obviously disappointed that we're one game away from possibly tying a regular season title, but 14 league wins, 15-1 at home. Doing it with great kids and doing it the right way, I think, is unbelievably impressive. And I'm just really proud of this group. It's been a fun group to coach and to be honest with you, watch. They've played some marvelous basketball this year. Tonight was another example of that. So thanks to all our fans that have come, season ticket holders, just everybody that's come this year. We've had good crowds. Our students have been great, and it's been a lot of fun to play. So here in Little John. Questions?
Coach, in your experience, is it tough for players to manage the emotions that comes with playing on a senior night and still maintain focus and execute?
Yeah, I think it's different with each guy, each kid, unique how they handle it. These guys were good. Brevin and Hunter were fantastic. Hunter was very focused. You could just sense it like all day, and even when he was making his comments to the team that he does, there was no he meant business. He wanted to win, and that's a big part of why we've had so much success this year is his direction. And there's a phrase: championship teams are driven by the team, and he's helped drive this team. And he's not the only one, but he certainly has been the loudest voice, and just an incredible leader.
With the win, it clinches a number 3 seed in the tournament.
Yep.
For you, how big are those extra days? Some coaches are like, yeah, no, I'd like to play a game before. But how big is that?
It's interesting. I do think sometimes if you win a game and then the second game, it helps because you've been in the arena, you've made some baskets, you've had some positive experience. I felt like it helped us a little bit last year. But we'd all rather be in the bye, right? We all rather only have to win 3 or whatever it is. So, that part is good. We get to be off tomorrow. Guys can relax a little bit, handle some other things in terms of schoolwork because we're going to miss some class. And then, we can focus 3 days of getting ready for the tournament. So that part's really good as well. You're not in a rush. Sometimes this thing turns around so fast, it's quick. But we can take a deep breath and try to get focused. And, it's a little bit challenging because you don't know exactly who you play. You have ideas, a couple teams, but you're not, it's not exactly one team, and so you've got to manage that a little bit over the next couple of days.
Brad, if you were sitting in front of the committee today and say, in terms of selection committee, how would you try to convince them that you guys need to be in that field?
I think we've had a terrific year. I think we've gotten better. We've had some injuries at some inopportune times that have caused us some problems. But we have a lot of performances like tonight. I know at one point here we had 4 quad 1 wins, and 3 of them are on the road. And I think, winning away from home, I think, is significant. And to do it like we did, I think, is impressive. We've had a lot of games where we've beat people handily, which I think speaks to the quality of our play. We've had a couple of bad nights, but I just think, if you look at who we've beaten and who we can play with, there's no question we can go into the tournament and win games, win multiple games. We have a veteran team that's good, that's gotten better. P.J. Hall, was a shell of himself probably for most of the first 6 weeks of the season, and is completely different now. And I don't know if all those things will be considered, but I think we have a very good team that is played some high-level basketball at a lot of times this year.
Coach, with all that said, I imagine you go into this tournament thinking, we can win 3 games and earn our, punch our ticket by winning the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I believe in this team. I believe in what we're doing. We got to play great basketball for 3 days. We're going to play, terrific opponents. It's going to be a really good environment. It's what you want to do as a player and coach. You want to be in have these opportunities. So, absolutely, I think our team believes in themselves. But we know we're going to have to play high-level basketball to win. So, we need to take the next couple of days to try to get ready to do that.
Brad, when you look at the resume as a whole right now, do you think you guys have done enough, or you go there thinking you need
I don't
one
know.
or two?
I really don't know. I'm sure some people we probably have to win is what it looks like. Tell us. But I'm not looking at all of it all the time. I look at it occasionally, but not that much. To be honest with you.
You've been around this league for a long time. Looking at it, is this maybe as wide open as the ACC tournament has been, and that in the past maybe
Yeah.
you could go 1 or 2 teams?
Yeah.
But this one,
I think yes. There's definitely. We've had a couple of super teams. Most years it seems like we have 1 or 2 teams that are just elite, top 10, whatever. And I think that's probably why our league is being roughed up a little bit, is we don't really have that. But I think you can go 8, 9, 10 deep, and you're going to get quality teams that can go beat anybody, and have gone to other places. And that's why we won the Big Ten challenges, because our teams did go beat those guys over there over the course of a couple days or whatnot. So while I don't think we have the firepower at the 1 and 2 maybe that we've had in some years, I think 6, 7, 8, 5, 6 pretty doggone good teams now. Like, going against those every day has been tough.
Coach, how about the
optimum time to play in a tournament? I mean, you've got the last game on Thursday, so you're gonna have to wait all day.
That's a long wait. That's not what I probably would pick. The last game of the day, you probably would rather have that second game or third game, to be honest with you. Those are the 2 that are kind of the coveted time slots, but whoever we play has to do the same thing. So it's a long wait.
Coach, how about that game that Ian had, and just his energy on the floor seems to really spark the team?
Yeah, it's terrific. When he plays like that, we're hard to handle. We've got to keep pushing his confidence level and keep talking to him about being aggressive and making plays. If teams are guarding Hunter Tyson or PJ Hall or Jake or whoever harder, and there's more space for him, he's got to go be in attack mode. He's got to make some plays, and he was able to do that tonight. We thought he would be able to, and he did some really good things.
Coach, all 5 starters in double digits tonight. When you're in tournament play, how important is that you have multiple guys that can really carry a game?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's no question, because most of the time they're not all going to play good on the same day. You almost need, to win a tournament like that, you need somebody different, right? Either in a game or through the course of a tournament to get hot and kind of surprise you a little. And I think, that'll be true with us too. There's going to be pressure on our high-level players to play well, and we're going to need multiple guys to play well, but we're also going to need our other guys to step in and have a game or 2 here, when you need them to be able to make some plays.
Brad, you guys been scoring 80, 90 points over the last couple weeks in these games. Just what's been the difference offensively down the stretch for you guys?
I think we've just shot it really well. We haven't changed our offense. We're not doing much different. I think we're sharing it very well. Guys are seeing the ball go in, and they're confident. We had a night at Louisville where we didn't, and it kind of bit us. But most of the other nights, Virginia guarded us very well. I thought they bothered us a little bit. We didn't handle some of that very well, but until the longer the game went, then we got much better. Second half we were much better. But other than that, we played very well offensively.
Brad, can I sneak one in?
Yeah.
I was just going to ask, you've been around around the ACC a long time, just to play 20 league games and win 70% of them. Just how hard is that? And then I think also 9 wins by double digits. Just how hard is that? And how proud are you of what you
Yeah,
guys did?
it's really hard. It's hard to win 14 ACC games, and several of them, as you mentioned, by double figures. I think, it speaks to the quality of our play, quality of our players. We have good players. But yeah, I'm really proud of this group because none of the media picked us this way. Nobody thought we were this good. I think our team and staff thought we could be a lot better than people thought. And battling things like, PJ, all he had to deal with at the beginning of the year and kind of helping him through that. Alex Hemingway, injury in the Richmond game, and then basically not having him most of the year. Obviously Chase and Brevin both getting hurt, missing games, losing a game when they're out, and trying to manage through that with young players, a young bench, and then kind of getting knocked down a little bit and having to regroup. And I think, we really regrouped very well here the last couple weeks of the season. So it just speaks to the character of our kids and the quality of play and of our team, really.
Brad, post game when you were talking, you got a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
You brought up your daughters.
Yeah.
What is it about this team
Well, my
or this
team too,
season?
yeah.
that made you emotional in that way.
Just that, I love all my players. I'm unbelievably, grateful for the opportunity to coach them. It's as you get older and